Hey guys, Sergio here from LiveAwesome, and today we're gonna make a veggie omelette. We'll start by prepping some veggies. For that, you'll need a cutting board, some veggies of your choice, and 2 knives laid perfectly parallel to each other. Otherwise, it's just not gonna taste good. I decided to start with a little bit of the white part of the leek. Is it me or does that sound really gross? As you can see, I approached it with a lot of confidence. That was a broccoli stem that I just moved. Yes, so chop it finely. That looks good. Now what I like to do with the stem is to slice off a little bit of the bottom, put it vertically, and then also slice off the way too tough fibrous wall. And now I'm left with a delicate stem heart, which reduces cooking time. Not to mention saves some money. Don't be one of those people that throws away the entire stem. Milk as much broccoli as you can. Milk as much broccoli... What kind of alternative universe is that? Anyway, chop it finely as well. Now there is also one broccoli floret on the board. Wait a minute, what's that knife doing here? So where was I? Yeah, let's finish with the stem. I'm also gonna peel the skin off of that, since I'm not gonna cook it very long. It's just an omelet, you know. I'd recommend you use a small peeling knife. Don't do what I'm doing here. I don't want to be responsible for sliced fingers out there. I am a professional amateur chef, so I'm comfortable peeling with this big of a knife. On second thought, I could have used that other knife, but this is gonna take me a full 3 seconds to switch, so nah. I wanted to achieve an even slicing, so while the little stem is still attached to the head, the cutting will be easier. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but that's the beauty of video. You can see exactly what I did there. Put everything aside, and now let's do some mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms to be exact. I've never tried those before. Supposedly, they've got some health benefits, so I decided to try them out. Don't wash them, they'll become really soggy, but because there's sometimes dirt and stuff on them, I just peel off the outer skin. Yep, with a knife is a bit faster. You can slice them like that, or like that, or like that, and even like that. If you want to drag stuff across the board with a knife, do it with the other side. That way you won't damage the blade and won't make it go less sharp quickly. And then I spontaneously decided to paint my entire kitchen in yellow, so I also chopped a little bit of turmeric. When you make those indents, while it's still in one piece, again, it's an easier and more efficient method, especially if you don't want to cut the entire thing and only want a small bite. See, I used the small knife here. It's okay to make mistakes. It's not okay if you don't learn from them. Now, by this logic, you'll see that I'm not okay at all. You can also use the super advanced master one-hand chopping technique, if you're up to that kind of challenge. There I was wondering for a second, do I want to stain my fingers yellow for 2 weeks? Nah, whatever. You of course can use gloves for that operation. Now let's beat some eggs. I'm gonna use my Turkish pot here, which may have or may have not been used for something else and not washed properly. Check out how I can break an egg with one hand. Yeah! Nice, isn't it? The rest I decided to break with 2 hands because, come on, it's not about me bragging about my kitchen skills, it's about making healthy, easy, and delicious food. Yep, you heard it right. Not overcooked egg yolks from pastured chickens are healthy for you. Now, add exactly that much water, literally a teaspoon. It'll help to not overcook things. Season generously with sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, which I'm using here. Don't be afraid of salt, you really need it, especially if you're stressed out all the time. And between us, who isn't? Just don't use that generic chemically processed sodium chloride powder, or the same one with added potassium iodide in it. To be honest, there are better ways to get your iodine. Eat some kelp or something. Now let's beat those eggs really well for a minute, so it's a liquid texture and no whites can be seen. Set a pan over medium heat, ideally a non-stick one, because otherwise a little will inevitably stick to the bottom, so suit yourself. I eyeballed a teaspoon of ghee or clarified butter, which is 100% butter fat, alongside with a tablespoon of regular but grass-fed butter. If it starts bubbling like that right away, your temperature is set too high, so lower it a bit, otherwise you run the risk of having a dry and overcooked omelette. Yeah, trying to stir it with a knife. Let's just do this. Much better. As soon as the butter is just about to melt entirely, pour over the beaten eggs. Now, add the veggies. Or you can beat them with the eggs, it doesn't really matter. And if to be completely honest, that's what I wanted to do, but I forgot. That's why I'm saying it doesn't matter. Just because you haven't followed the recipe to a T, does not mean you've ruined it. Here's the beauty of video. It would take me a lot longer trying to describe what I'm doing here, only so you can vaguely understand what to do. But here, you see what I'm doing here? Do that. The point is to prevent uneven cooking and texture. Do that until most of it firms up and the surface is wet but not liquid. When you get to the point, turn off the heat. Yeah, so sorry for that, but that's what came out. Looks good, doesn't it? I scratched the bottom of the pan and added those overcooked egg crumbles, but I just did it for the presentation. Try to minimize those as much as possible. Advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, are not good for you. I also added some luxurious hollandaise sauce that also didn't go as planned, which you can check out by clicking on the appropriate box. I guess the message here is just have fun and experiment in the kitchen, that's it. And by the way, a video with the avocado salad is also coming out soon. Thanks for watching, don't forget to share and subscribe if you like the stuff. Live awesome and see you guys next time.